Hi, Irina. Good evening.
Hi, teacher. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Same.
You're early today. I don't usually see you
Yes.
very early.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. No, I'm glad that you're on time because um then we have to wait for your class.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's practice a little bit. What did you do today?
I was painting all day. A
What
new
did you?
portrait. A new portrait of a dog.
Nice.
Uh, yeah, and just that.
What type of portrait did you paint?
A watercolor portrait.
Watercolor. Nice.
Yes. Thanks, teacher.
So a portrait means that it's someone's picture.
Yes, a dog picture. A dog's.
Your dog or someone else's?
No, someone else.
Oh,
A client.
nice. That's awesome. Do you get many clients?
Right now I have three, and I made the paintings in order. When they pay me. But,
That's awesome. So how long does it take you to paint a portrait, for example?
it depends of the size of the paper. Right now I'm with the paper like A3 the size.
Quite big.
So maybe yes, maybe it takes me like 1 week, a whole week.
Wow. And how
Mm-hmm.
many hours will you have to paint per day to finish the week?
Per day, well, usually I don't paint the whole day.
Yeah.
Maybe I paint like 5 hours. Or well, it depends on me if I'm not doing something else. But I think that
Well,
if I work like 5 hours per day, I can finish in a week.
that's awesome. Per 5 hours per day, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thanks, teacher.
Hey, Daniela, welcome. All right, we're going to
Hi,
jump. We're going
teacher.
to ask a little bit about. Hi, hi, Fernando. Welcome.
Hi, teacher. Good
Okay,
evening, classmate.
we're going to talk a little bit until someone else join us. Good evening. So Daniela, how was your day? What did you do today?
It was good, teacher. I training a little and I work online, and that's all.
When you say you train, you mean like you exercise or?
Yes, exercise.
Nice. So you join to the gym or what type of exercise?
No, I training in home. I do my own exercise to improve my physical accomplishment.
Yeah, maybe your physical straight or appearance. No.
Uh, yes, but I training for improve to be a better dancer. Exercise for dance specific.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for sharing, Andrea. Oh, sorry, Daniela. What about Fernando? How was your day? What did you do today?
Mm, I start training CrossFit. It was my second day.
Oh, really? That's
Yes,
awesome.
yes, and it was so hard. I'm with in this moment. I have a makurka. I don't know how you say that.
Sore. You're sore.
Sore.
Hmm.
I have that in this moment, and then I was checking some business, and in the afternoon I I was in out of my house all the afternoon, and I have just arrived to my department.
That's great. All right. Thanks for sharing, Fernando. So you had a busy day. All right. And Andrea just left. Mariana. Hey, Mariana. How are you doing? Please turn your camera on. Okay.
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
Good evening. Could you share a little bit about your day until we wait for the rest of the guys to be here? Can you share what did you do today?
Yes, of course. Today I am in vacation since last week, so I woke up later, like 10 a.m. And also I did my exam on the 3 of the afternoon, 3 o'clock. And also go to I went to buy sushi. This is all.
All right. So you took an exam in the
Yes.
afternoon
Mm-hmm.
and you woke up late at
Yes.
10 a.m. You said, no?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to say later, you can say I woke up later than I usually do. You have to do a comparison. No later. Later than what? Más tarde que qué, no? And well, thanks for sharing, Mariana. Great. All right, so Gaston, Joshua, and Andrea, welcome. Please turn your cameras on. So we're going to start. Okay, hi guys. Sorry. Guys, I think everyone is here. I didn't want to start because I know these topics are a little bit not too complicated, but when you join the presentation a bit late, you obviously are going to feel a little bit lost, no? Okay, so let's start. This picture might look a little bit familiar to you because we have been studying about conditionals before. If you remember, when we're talking about conditions, we use if, no, to try to put two ideas together. If something happens, I'm going to have a result of something else, no? And we've seen two so far, if I'm not wrong. And today we're going to see another one. All right. I think we already seen three. And today we're going to finish with the last one. All right. So conditionals. Try to remember a little bit. Each of the conditionals that we have seen before uses a different tense. So the one that we're going to see today, it's not going to be an exception. So let's take a look to this example. All right, let's check if everyone is paying attention. Okay, Andrea, don't worry. I just remembered. Oh, well, thanks. Okay, so, okay, so let's see. Gaston, could you read this sentence, please? Here, this one, and then this one.
If I had studied harder, I would have paced my exam.
So if I had studied harder, I would have passed my exam. So I'm thinking, in which tense, guys? I'm thinking about the present, I'm thinking about the future, I'm thinking about the past. What's going on? It's saying if I had studied harder, I would have passed my exam. No, it's thinking basically into tenses. No, if I had studied harder, I would have, imagining that would happen. have passed my exam, because we see here in the picture that he failed. No, he got an F. That in the American grading, no, you're done. You have lost that exam. So let's take a look to another example. Let's see who can help me. Mariana. Thank you. Could you read this sentence, please?
If it had started to rain, the picnic would have been cancelled.
All right, great. So thank you very much. So they are here. Now they're sitting on the ground. They're having a picnic, but they are imagining this situation. No, if it had started to rain, the picnic will have been cancelled. Now they're again thinking about an imaginary situation that haven't happened because obviously it's not raining. No, they're imagining in this possible situation. So that's the third condition. All right. If you pay attention to both examples, we have had studied, had started. We know, we recognize when we have a have or had, we're using a perfect tense, no? In this case, we have the past perfect tense in both cases. That's in the if clause, no? And in the second one, in both cases, we have the use of would, and then we have have, no? Would have, no? In this case, we have a perfect would tense, no? Well, a past, obviously. And in this case, it's a continuous perfect, no? Because we have the being. We can use these conditionals in both situations. However, we are going to see more in this situation. Right? Would have, and then the verb in the past participle. All right. So let's continue and see what I'm talking about because I see many faces that look a little bit confused. So guys, don't freak out. It's going to be okay. You will understand me. All right. So this third conditional, it's called the past unreal conditional because we're imagining about these situations that could have had happened. However, they did not. No. So we're talking about these past conditions, no, results that have never happened. Oh, Marcelo is here. All right. So let's wait until he can. Well, I hope Marcelo let me know if you're ready and you're paying attention, so I can continue with explanation. All right, so let's recap a little bit. So this third conditional that we're going to see today. Okay, Mercy, great. All right, so please pay attention. You guys, if you want to, you can take notes. That's up to you. So we use this past unreal conditional, which is the third conditional, to talk about past conditions and results that never happen. So we're imagining these unreal situations. Or in some cases, we can regret something in the past, no? So let's see an example. Oh no, the explanation, sorry. So we have two clauses. Now the if clause that is going to express this unreal condition, and then we're going, oh my God, sorry. And the result clause that expresses the unreal result. I know it might look a little bit too much, too confusing, but you're going to understand what I'm talking about in a moment. Just remember, the if clause, not the tense that starts, or maybe it's in the second part that goes with if, it's going to express this unreal condition. And in all of the presentation, I'm going to present it with color red. The result clause is going to express this unreal result. Not the result that obviously never happened, it was just imaginary. And it's going to be colored in purple. All right, so let's take a look to an example. Well, I'm just going to leave this here so you can try to understand both of them. Okay, so the red one is the unreal condition, no? If I had been more careful, no, it's expressing an unreal condition. this didn't happen. No, probably I was very messy. I wasn't paying attention, whatever. We have the second class, the unreal result class. We will have had the evidence. Now this is an unreal result. In this case, they're regretting something that did not happen. They're just regretting it. All right. So this means, obviously, it was Talia's, no? She wasn't careful, no? Obviously, she's regretting that she wasn't careful. This is the unreal situation. And as a result, they don't have this evidence. If you remember, sorry guys. So as a result, if you remember, the whole unit usually talk about the same topic, no? In this case, if I'm not wrong, she didn't have the recording. She forgot to record this call, I think. And well, they're talking about that, no? She should have been more careful, no? Because she doesn't have that. So she's regretting that doesn't have that evidence. All right. So let's see another example. Remember, the if clause expresses unreal condition, and the result is unreal result. So we often use the past unreal condition to express regrets about what happened in the past. So we're regretting something, but it never happened. No, the whole thing is kind of like made up. So a real condition. If I hadn't messed it up, we'd had the recording now. No, the real result that they want to, because they're regretting it, is to have this recording, this call recording, no? However, they doesn't have it. That's why they're regretting this. All right. So she's regretting that she messed up with the recording. All right. Let's continue. Any questions so far? Let me check. Okay, I don't want to go too fast, but I don't want to stay on too much because obviously you're going to get bored. All right, so the verb in the if clause, no, the if, that it could, this if could either go at the beginning or at the end. No, it can change. But this if clause, it is going to go in the past perfect. That's why we have the use of had. That's what I explained at the beginning. And then the verb is in the past participle. All right, for example, if you hadn't done such a good job, that's the if clause. We'd never have known the truth. That's the result. No, we'd never have known the result. The contraction D is would. No, we would never have known the truth. All right, so let's recognize some of the words. In the first tense, or the clause if, is going to use the past perfect. So obviously always had, maybe positive, affirmative, or negative. In this case, it's negative. And then always the action is going to be used in the past participle. All right, that's to start and trying to understand the form. So obviously we'll have, the result clause, which is this one, is going to use will have in the past participle. So would, this obviously contraction to would. Never is just an expression, a time of expression. But we have. No, we'd never have known the truth. So if you hadn't done such a good job, no, we have the if clause in the past perfect. For the result clause, we have the use of would and have. This is just a plus, never. No, it's just a time expression that helped me explain better what I'm trying to say. No, but in many cases, we might not use these time expressions. All right, so for the first one, we use the past perfect, which means had not, or hadn't in this case, and the verb in the past participle. And for the other clause, the result clause, we use would have. No, apostrophe in this case, the have, and the past participle, known. Known is in the past participle. the verb of the action or the action is in the past participle. All right, any questions so far? I know it might look complicated because it's like too much, no? It's a lot of grammar, but don't get too scared. It's not as hard as I might be making it look like. All right. Another example, if you hadn't done perfect, the past perfect, if you hadn't done such a good job, the if clause, we'd never have known the truth. No? Here we're simply using this time expression to explain better, but we have would. It doesn't matter if it's a contraction. This is would. No, would have done, would never have known the truth in the past participle of the verb. In conversations, as you know, we use contractions. No, it's just something that it's done in English. So instead of saying I will, no, we simply say I'll, not to simply talk faster. So it's the same in this situation. We use the contractions. We can use the contractions for would, wouldn't, would not, no, which is apostrophe D. And for had, hadn't, had not, we also can use D. No? So in this case, I could use apostrophe D if it wouldn't be a negative, no? And it will also be understand that is had. All right, so this is especially in conversations. So if you find apostrophe D, don't get confused, it's talking about would. Or if it's in the first, in the if clause, it's had, no? Had, hadn't, had not. All right. And sometimes we can also use conditionals, modals, no? Instead of using would, I could also use might, or could, or should, no? So let's see. Fernando, could you please help me reading this? You can read it in the 3 situations. Read this, this sentence, then again, this sentence go down. You know what I mean?
Okay, teacher.
Thank you.
If he had left earlier, he would have caught the bus. If he had left earlier, he might have caught the bus. If he had left earlier, he could have caught the bus.
Last one, please. This one.
And the last one, if he had left earlier, he should have caught the bus.
All right, thank you very much, Fernando. So we can, because obviously would is modal, we can also replace it with other ones, no? And they are going to have a different meaning. So would is the usual form, no? It's haría, iría at the end of the verb, no? Haría, iría, whether. Might, no? It's something that is not very sure, as you remember. It's something unlikely, possible. Could, we can use could when it's possible. And we can use should when it's a suggestion. All right, so it's important to notice that if the situation requires, I can change would for any of these modal verbs. All right, so I plan a lot of games, so don't worry. I know it might look like, oh, what is this, too much, but it's not. Okay, so explanation, we can use modals, could, should, or might in the result clause. For example, if Talia had past perfect, more time, she might have remembered to check the bottoms. So we're changing the modal for might. No? Instead of would, might, podría. Or if she had checked the bottoms, she could have pretended her mistakes. No? We're changing again. If it was possible, unlikely possible, if it was possible, and should if it's a suggestion. No? She should have whatever, no, a suggestion for her. And we often use the contractions too when we use the verbs, the modal verbs. No, instead of could have, we can use could apostrophe be, no? Or should apostrophe be, might apostrophe be. All right, to make it short. All right, I think that's everything, guys. Well, the explanation again about the apostrophes. No, if you see an apostrophe D, but obviously if it's starting with if, it's going to use had. No, it's going to be talking about had. No, obviously because in the first clause we're using the past perfect. No, so it's abbreviating had. In the second situation, or in the condition, in the result clause, the apostrophe D, it's expressing would. So don't get scared if you see apostrophes D's all over. The only way that we can differentiate each of them, if it's referring to had or to would, is that this is the if that can help us to differentiate each of them. The if, it's always going to use the past perfect, so it starts with had, and the consequence or the result clause is talking about would, this unreal result. All right, so I hope you're not too scared with all of this. To finish, no, I'm sure you already remember this, but the use of the if clause can either go at the beginning or at the end, and the position of the if clause, it doesn't change in any situation the meaning of the sentence. Now the only thing that we should try to respect is the comma. Right after the if clause, we should put a comma and then continue expressing the result clause. However, if we are expressing or saying the result first, we don't need to put any comma to differentiate them. So like you see in the first example, if I had been more careful, comma, we would have had the evidence. In the second situation, the if clause is at the end, so I don't need to put any comma or anything. No, we would have had the evidence if I had been more careful. No, all right. So this is a summary. So when do we use to recap? No, when do we use this third clause? In imaginary situations in the past, for example, when we regret something. It's basically, we're talking about an unreal condition, no? And how do we form these two sentences? The if clause, no? The condition, it's formed with the past perfect, no? Had, and the verb in the past participle. In the would, in the result clause, it's used with would have, and the verb in the past participle. An example, if she had studied harder, remember the first example? If she had studied harder, she would have passed the exam. So we have if, the subject, past perfect, and then we have the result, would have, she would have, the past participle of the verb, exam. No, she will have passed exam. All right, guys. Any questions? Something that maybe wasn't very clear, or something you could understand very well. So I see that Daniel is taking some notes, so I'm going to leave this slide over here a little bit. However, all of this is in the classroom, so you can find it there, and also the links for today's activities, games, etc. All right, so I'm just going to go back to the first example, so maybe we can understand better. All right. So with pictures, sometimes we understand better. If I had studied harder, I would have passed my exam. Condition, result, past perfect, will have in the verb in the past participle. All right, so this is the grammar explanation, guys. I don't know if you have any questions. If you don't, we can start practicing and playing some games. All right, everyone is quiet. Okay. Let's see. We're going to start. Let me check, guys. How many of you are here? 8. Great. We can work on pairs. Okay, so we're going to work with the grammar one because sometimes we understand better that way. Oh, Marcelo Mali have left. Let's check. Yeah. No. What happened? Someone left. Okay, so I'm going to create. Marcelo, can you let me know in the chat if you are going to be participating in the activities? So I know how many groups I can create. Maybe 3 so far. Let's see. All right. Okay, let me assign. Let's take a look. One moment, please. Okay, where are you, Marcelo? All right, guys. So I'm creating the breakout rooms. You're going to work on pairs, and I'm sharing the first exercise, which is this one. So here we're going to try to recognize some of the verbs that we have to work on. So basically we have to change the tense of the verb, and we have 10 sentences. All right, obviously the if clause and then the consequence or result clause. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know, and you have the presentation in Classroom. So you can accept the invitation. If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, please accept the invitation for the breakout rooms. Hi, Fer.
Sure.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry. So what I was saying to the rest of, well, to Daniel and Fernando, it's that I apologize that I didn't realize that in the instruction it says that to choose between first, second, and third conditional. So I'm sorry, I thought it was just third conditional. So for some reason I did not realize that. However, we have at least 5 tenses, if I'm not wrong, maybe 6, that are using the present, well, the third conditional. Okay. So the first one it wasn't. No, the first one it has to use the second conditional. Well, the first one, sorry, that uses the future. The second one it was present perfect. Maybe Fernando, can you share your second response? What you got? Can you read that for us?
Sure, teacher. If Lucy had gone with him to the dance, Ben would have given her flowers.
Yes, excellent.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Fernando. So we could have write it in either way, no? With the contraction, if you take a look there, no? Contraction Lucy, contraction gone, or we could simply have had gone, no? And same in the second part, would have given, or apostrophe D have given. All right, Fernando, can you read number 3, please?
Sure. If we have visited the Grand Canyon, we would have seen the skywalk.
Yes, great. Thank you very much. So it was the same, no? We could have write had visit or apostrophe D visit, and in the result clause we could have write would have seen or apostrophe D have seen. Both cases it's correct. Joshua, could you please share number 7, please? No. 8, sorry. What you got? Number 8.
Number 8.
Mhm.
If we had planted some flowers, the garden would have looked a lot better than it does.
Yes. So same thing, no? The use of had, plant, apostrophe D plant, which one, either one was correct. And also in would have looked, or apostrophe D have looked, was also great. All right. Andrea, could you share number 9, please?
Okay, teacher. If the flight had been cheaper, he would have taken a friend with him.
Yes, great. Thank you very much. Same thing, no? Had been, no, or apostrophe D being, and the would have taken or apostrophe D have taken, which either one is correct. But just remember the apostrophes or the contractions is more used when we are talking. No? We usually don't see them in it's not as common to see them when we see a book, or we read a book, or we're writing an email maybe. Finally, Gaston or Mariela, I'm sorry, Mariana, I changed your name. Could you share number 10, please? Either of you guys. What you got?
Um,
No, Mariana, your turn.
okay. If the girl had lost her backpack, she would have been nervous.
Yes. Excellent. So same thing, no? Had lost or apostrophe dot lost, and in the result, no, would have been or apostrophe d have been. All right. Okay, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize for that misunderstanding. So it's fine. We're going to continue. So let me share the next exercise. Okay, we're going to work with this one. I'm sharing it through the chat. So this one is going to be easier and faster because we just have to do some matching here. All right, try to find which of these sentences belong to the other one. All right, and that's all. So we're going to work, also basically we're going to identify the clause, the condition clause with their consequence. And we just pull this in any of these positions. All right. So I'm going to run the breakout rooms again, same groups. Accept invitation, please. Hey Marcelo, how you did? How you and Andrea did? All right, I'm glad to hear that. Marcelo, thanks for sharing. All right, we're going just to wait a little bit for the rest to be here. All right, I think everyone is here. Okay, so I would like to ask one group to share their screen, because if you have, well, you probably haven't realized it, but it was all mixed. No, that's made in purpose. The colors also change for everyone. So to don't get confused, maybe just one group can share their results with us. I don't know if anyone wants to do it. You're free to share your responses with the rest of us, and we can discuss all of the responses. I don't know, maybe Joshua or...
Okay, okay, teacher.
Okay, thanks. All right, great. So all of you guys are going to realize that the colors doesn't match with the responses because they change. But could you please read the first two, Joshua?
Okay, teacher. If I had arrived on time, I wouldn't have missed my flight.
All right.
If I had rained yesterday, we wouldn't have a picnic.
Right, excellent. I don't know, Gaston, maybe can you help us reading the second two?
Yes. If it had rained yesterday, we wouldn't have a picnic.
All right. Number three, please.
The tree?
Yes, please.
Okay. If I had bought a new car, I wouldn't have been late for work.
Nice, great. So in all of the cases, thank you very much, Gaston. All of the cases, we're going to see that it's the same. No, we already understood how it's done. So if I hadn't found my cat, in this case it's negative, I would have been very sad. Will have or wouldn't, depending, no? And then obviously always I will have the participle. I don't know if you have any questions in this exercise, everything that might make you confused, but it's basically what we have been practicing so far. No, I don't know, Fernando, maybe you can read number four, no, number five, sorry.
If I had studied more, I would have got a better grade.
Nice. Next one, please.
If I had found a new job, I would have kept my old job.
Nice. Thank you. Great. All right, so it's followed the same rule. And Andrea, can you finish reading the last two, please, for the rest of us?
Okay, teacher. If I hadn't climbed up the tree, I wouldn't have got hurt. And if I had worked harder, I would have earned more money.
Excellent. So I think all of the groups got the right responses. So I'm glad that all of you had work. Great. Okay, so we're going to work on the next exercise. Let's see. We're going to change a little bit. We're going to work on Kahoot. So please go to kahoot.it. I'm going to share my screen. And you're going to get the code in a moment. All right, so you got the code there. And I'll wait until all of you guys join me here. Thank you, guys. Okay, so who's missing? I think Mariana, Irina, and there is Basta. And someone else, maybe? No. What about you, Irina? Are you having some trouble?
Yes,
Internet?
teacher. It's my internet, I think. Maybe you can tell me the code,
Yeah,
please.
sure. It's 1500664.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay, sure. All right, great. Oh, someone left. Who was it? ¿Quién se salió, chicos? Yo no lo vi. Daniela, I think you left. All right. Okay, guys, let's start. Okay, quiz. If they hadn't been so rude, the doorman would have let them in. All right. Very good. Great, guys. Next one. If your last exam, you would have graduated in May. Which one? If you hadn't failed. No, it wasn't have because obviously it was the past. Great. Awesome. Great job, Irina. My mother, this apartment, if she had known, it was so noisy. Wouldn't have rent. No, in this case was negative. All right. Because the result was also that. All right, great. I would not to see this movie if I had known how boring it was. Have gone. No? The participle of go is not went, it's gone. All right, great, guys. If I hadn't lost my cell phone, I would have called you. All right. Fernando, great. Next one. If I hadn't driven so fast, I into an accident. I wouldn't have gotten. Excellent. Nice. Great job, Fernando. If the store opened, I would have brought some food. If the store had been open, I would have brought some food. Oh, Daniela, you took Fernando's spot. I on time if I hadn't missed the bus. I wouldn't have been on time if I hadn't missed the bus. Nice, Irina's first. Hey guys, if you hadn't changed your hairstyle, you remember this movie? I would have recognized you. Great job, guys. Fernando, you are following Irina very close. Lastly, if I fall, I will have eaten more. If I hadn't been. Nice. Great job, guys. Let's see the podium. So third is Joshua. Second, Fernando. Oh, boo-hoo. And first, Irina. Yay. All right. Great, guys. All right. So we're going to continue with another game. With this kind of like scramble game. So we're basically going to. Oh, sorry. Let me share my screen. We're going to reorganize these sentences. For example, the first one. How would we change this sentence? Usually the subject is going to go first, so I move it. Now I can move all the, but I think I have 5 movements if I want to get an extra score. Don't take a look too much to the time, all right? But take a look to the times that you have to move, all right? So I'm sharing this through the chat, and we're also going to work this on pairs. All right, let me run the breakout rooms again. Awesome. Accept the invitation, please, and work on this exercise for maybe 5 minutes, and then we will come back to check. Gaston, are you there?
Yes, teacher, I have problems with my Wi-Fi.
Oh no. Do you want me to send the invitation again?
No, teacher, I try.
Okay. So Emerson. Okay, guys. The last activity, we're not going to review the sentences because obviously you already got the correct response, no? How much you got, Marcelo and Andrea? Do you remember the score you got in the last activity?
Yes, teacher. I think 74.
That's a great score. That's
Yes.
actually good. What about you, Gaston? How much you got?
Sorry, teacher, I don't listen the question.
How much did you get in the last exercise? The score. You know when you finished?
I don't remember. I don't see. Okay.
Or maybe Mariana remembers. But you get a score at the end.
I don't see the score.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, what about Joshua? How much you got? How much you got, guys?
We got 89.
Wow, that's actually very great. And what about you, Fernando and Daniela? Sorry, this is the next game. How much you got, guys?
We didn't put our name. I don't know which one we are.
It's fine, don't worry.
But I think we are the first.
All right.
For the time, I remember the time was 4 minutes maybe.
Yeah, I remember. All right, thanks, Fernando. Okay, guys, so this is the last exercise. I know it's sounding funny. It's a game, so we can finish this last part of the class. So as you can see, it's like an arcade. Sorry if it's too loud. So you will get the sentence, and then you have to find the result, or in this case, you will have to find the if clause. So basically, I'm moving this with my my keyboard, and I have to find the response. So it says I wouldn't have got hurt, and maybe it could be this one if I had brought a new car, and no, it was wrong. So I have to continue finding the response. All right, so you're going to work on pairs. Obviously, each of you has to be maybe in your computer to access to it. All right, great. Okay, so we're going to work on pairs, like all the breakout rooms. You already have the link, so please accept the invitation, and you can start playing with your partner on this last game. All right, just accept the invitation. Okay, guys, welcome back. It's almost 9, well, it's 9:20. So I'm going to run today's poll. Let me check. One second, please. All right. So I'm launching today's polls. Please, por favor, lean con atención. Todas las respuestas, ya tengo 3, 4, 6. ¿Cuántos somos? Necesito 8. Falta una persona, por favor. Perfecto. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Deme un momento que saque screenshot of your responses and also today's list. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow in the personal calls. All right, have a good night, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye,
Bye.
Teacher,
Thank you,
guys.
teacher.
Teacher, bye.
Have a good night. Hi, Fernando.
Bye, teacher.
How are you doing?
No sé dónde está mi opción de... No, creo que sí. Estoy compartiendo pantalla, ¿no?
I don't think so. No, you're not.
I can see the go out.
You can what?
No, no veo ese letrerito que decía salir. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué hora pasó? Creo que sea...
No, I don't know. I think
Ah,
it.
creo que la teacher hizo a propósito que no me aparezca el letrerito.
Oh, really?
Mm,
Why 4?
I don't know. I can look the letrerito.
Alright. So, what's up, Fernando?
All is okay. What about you, teacher?
It's good, actually. I'm very excited because I might have a short trip soon. I might not.
Oh, when?
Maybe in a week.
A week. Oof. Great. Where?
Maybe Santa Cruz and hopefully some countryside. I don't know, Pata or somewhere.
That sounds so interesting.
I know, right? Sounds fun. I'm
Do
very
you
happy.
have some friends there,
Yeah, I do have a friend there.
or students maybe,
A very good
or
friend.
or both?
Oh gosh,
Saúde.
bless you. Thank you.
Okay, teacher. Let's talk about your trip.
Oh, so I was thinking to go to buy the ticket for Thursday morning, but I'm not sure if my friend is okay with it. Until Monday at noon.
It, it sounds it sounds very good.
Sounds good?
You you will you made arrive here on Tuesday,
Thursday.
Thursday. Ah, okay.
Thursday around I think 9 a.m.
Okay.
And I will be there all Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I will come back on
Monday.
Monday at I think around 11 a.m.
Okay. Oh, great. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't listen an audio in my cell phone. It could be that.
No, maybe you
Maybe.
haven't respond.
I will check now.
All right. So I hope my friend is okay with it. because
Oh,
there are
good.
many. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and part of Monday. So
Oh,
it's not like just the weekend. No, it's many days.
okay. No, it sounds very good. I will check the my no, it's not inbox. What how do you say bandeja de entrada?
Yeah, inbox.
Inbox, no? I will check my inbox, my WhatsApp inbox.
All right.
Okay.
Let me know.
¡Ay! Mi clase de maestría era a las 9. Recién estoy viendo el mensaje. Ay, no. Okay, teacher. See you tomorrow.
Great. Bye, Fernando. Have a good night.
You too.